Let me go to Bernard. Bernard's calling us from Texas. Bernard, are you with us?
God bless you, brother. I'm here finally.
Thank you.
Hey, got a question. We let a house go back last year, a huge house. It was my wife's house. Before we got married, she had the house.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of numbers on it I can give you. But the main thing is they had it at 8%. I tried to get them to come down, something more reasonable. The house wasn't good enough to get a VA loan on or FHA. It didn't meet codes. They wouldn't come down any, so we just gave the house back to them.
Mm-hmm.
Since then, we've bought another house. It's paid for completely. We're completely debt-free. But they sent us a form like a 1099 or a W-2. I can't remember. It's a 20-something, I want to say. I
Right.
should have gotten that and told you what it was.
Right.
But they said they forgave the debt of $45,000 and showing it as an income. And then at the bottom, showing the market value of the house is $38,653, I think the number was. Well, my question is, if they forgave the debt, is that house ours? Is it hers? And if they forgave it, is that income I got to report to the IRS?
Yes, and yes. So the income, if they forgave the debt of $45,000, then that can be counted to you as income, and I believe that income is reportable over a number of years. You'll have to check with your accountant on that because I think that rule changed this year. But you can check with your accountant on that as to whether that can be spread out. I don't know. I shouldn't say yes on whether the house is yours. But if you turned it back and they forgave the debt, I would say that it probably is. There was no settlement that took place, and I would go to the recorder of deeds in your county. You know, it'll only take you a minute. Go to the recorder of deeds in the county and see. You know, the first thing you want to do is file so that the deed is free of any liens. So they probably haven't done that yet. If this all happened pretty recently, but they have to send a letter in to the recorder of deeds taking the lien off the house, and that debt is forgiven. So you want to check that out, and that's one way of finding out if that house is yours. But I suspect that it is if they forgave the debt.
They put it on the market for $50,000, and I mean, it needs a lot of repair. It's livable,
Mm-hmm.
but no heating, air conditioning. It's way out here in the Panhandle of Texas. As a matter of fact, I'm the mayor of the town it's in. We're like 140 people,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, it's just a lot of stuff. I mean, the man can't really afford it, but then they send me on the bottom of the form it says market value $38,653, but they're asking $50,000 for it. And I told him about that. I said, give him a bid of, $35. But if the house is mine, I'll sell it to him for $25. I mean, I don't need the house. It's
Right.
2,700 square feet, and it's the wife and I. We moved into an 800 square foot house, and we're just tickled,
Well, if they took the house, if they took the house and they forgave the debt, it either means that they took the house and they forgave the debt in that they're not going to continue to come after you for the debt. They wrote it off and they forgave the debt. And if that's the question, it's not going to be charged to you as income. But if I don't think, again, check with your accountant. But then the house isn't yours and they still have it up for sale. So I think that obviously, if they forgave the debt and the house is yours, I think the proper terminology would be that they didn't forgive the debt. They are, relieving you of any further lien on your properties or anything else, or your wife, that is, on anything. And they're just going to write the debt off and not come after you for it.
Yeah. Well, and see, that's the deal. She had the house prior to us getting together. She bought it for $60,000, put down $10,000, had it for $50,000. 2 years ago, we asked them, hey, adjust this. They dropped the percent down to 6%, left the payments the same and stuff. And I told them, I said, drop it down to 3%, leave the payments the same. Everybody comes out ahead. Everybody makes money,
Right.
And they refused to do it. So I told them, well, I'm not going to, that's ignorant paying that high of an interest when interest rates were so much lower.
Right. Yeah, I would. I mean, I think you need to do a little bit more of investigating on that, and I would probably have your wife. They won't talk to you, but I would have her call there and say, I got this letter. Do I now own this house? And they'll probably tell you what that means. But I don't know. They didn't forgive the debt. They're just not going to hold you responsible for it anymore. There's a big difference. You know what I mean?
She gave them permission to speak to me, so they spoke to me all the time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I would call them and ask them that. I mean, there's a big difference between forgiving debt and not holding you responsible for their short sale. The difference between the 38 or whatever they sell it. You know, the difference between the debt and what they sell it for. They're not. It sounds to me like they're saying they're not going to hold you responsible for that, but you're going to have to ask them for that. It's a big difference.
We'll do that. Well, God bless you. Thanks for your help, brother.
Thank you, Bernard. I sure appreciate it.